Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
What is up, YouTube? I'm Reckless, and today I'm going to be cleansing the community by doing some CSGO Overwatch. I have been really slacking on doing Overwatch, and I apologize for that, both because of the shortage of Overwatch videos and because of all the cheaters I'm not helping bust. Although there was a huge VAC ban recently, so that's definitely something to be thankful for. But regardless, let's go ahead and jump into the first case. Jumping into the first case of the day, and we are on Dust 2, because what other map would cheaters play on? Our suspect is on CT side and his team is down 0-1, and his kills and deaths are also 0 and 1. Looks like all 5 terrorists made it to the site, and our suspect just, I don't know if he's really trying to bunny hop or what, but he's not that great at it. And he comes out shooting at this guy, and he's got a guy coming up behind him, but for some reason he goes and looks exactly there, but he gets wrecked regardless. So, maybe he heard him running under there. I don't have my volume up that loud, so it is possible that he did hear him. So that's how we're going to look at that right now. And Duck getting a quick 3K over Long. Dart returning fire and getting 2. And now it is just our suspect in a 1v3. Got the call that they were all 3 long, so he's coming behind him. And he's about to walk into a trap. Nope, he decides to turn around. Well, now he knows the guy is there because he was just shooting at him, but that is a little suspicious, maybe, because it looked like he was going to full-on dedicate. Man, this guy missing a lot of shots and gets shot from behind. But yeah, it looked like he was going to dedicate to the long push, but then decided not to, and it just so happens there was a T standing behind the door. So that is cause for suspicion, but I'm going to write that off as another coincidence. So now our suspect is on bomb site A, and he saved up enough money to get himself an op. For some reason deciding to smoke, oh, I guess it's a one-way smoke. He's going to be standing on the barrels. No, he's deciding to peek around it, which, okay, was that a lucky shot? Or, oh, nope. Now he's tracing everyone through the smoke. Unless this guy has a $5,000 headset and knows exactly where people are, we definitely have a waller on our hands. I'm already pretty convinced on that, but we are going to keep watching, see if he does anything else. Griefing or bunny hopping or... Ooh, speaking of bunny hopping, were those 2 bunny hops? Haven't seen enough to convict him on it, but looks like he maybe has a bunny hop script. We'll have to wait and see if he does any more of that. You know, this guy misses a lot of shots, so I wouldn't be surprised if the T's actually won this game, or at least win the half if I had to guess. Because this guy isn't hitting a lot of shots, he just knows where everyone is. Pushing lower, and of course comes out pre-aiming this guy. See what I mean? He's not even going for the headshots, even though the guy was 100% blind and not even shooting back. He still decides to shoot him in the body the whole time. Decides to go long this round, and all 5 terrorists are there. Throws his nade in, but no one is there to be affected by it. Even though he has walls, he can't seem to pre-fire people correctly to get the right timing. Yeah, I don't even think this is a boosting service. This to me looks like he is one of those players that's just pretty bad. And he has to have cheats to feel like he's on the same playing field as everyone else, because he's just not the greatest player. Which is fine if you're not a great player, but you should never feel like you have to cheat, because that just makes you a loser. Not being good at the game doesn't make you a loser. Having to use cheats to be good at the game makes you a loser. Misses his first shot, but gets a nice second shot on the guy Cat. Okay, well, this one I think was pretty obvious. I didn't really see any aim assistance, but he did have vision. He may have actually had bunny hops, but I didn't see enough. Griefing, didn't see anything. So, okay, first case down. We'll go ahead and go straight into the next one. Second case of the day, and here we are on Mirage. Our suspect is 13-3, and ooh, gets a nice, okay. I'm getting some nice 1Ds just pushing up mid and connector. That's 3 in a row. Holy crap. Haven't really looked like his aim assistance, but I do think he might be walling. Just his confidence. He's not really checking any corners. He just comes out straight up aiming at people. So I do think this guy... It's just 4 bullets, 4 headshots. So I really think this guy has walls, but we're going to have to see on the aim assistance. He is 21-13, although there is a person on the enemy team that is doing even better, 23-8. Or something like that. No, I don't remember. And whew, gets wrecked connector. The enemies might have a cheater on their team, or maybe he's just having a really good game and it made our suspect think he was cheating. So he had to turn on his cheats. Okay, And it looks like our suspect has had enough. The guy was probably like GG wrecked noob when he killed him in connector, and it made our suspect turn on his spin bot. But now we know for sure that he does have walls, aim, and scripts. So I will keep watching to make sure that he doesn't grief, but I am not going to make you all watch a video where the guy is standing at the ground the whole time. But don't worry, we're going to go ahead and do one more case, but I am just going to skip to the verdict for the video. Alright guys, like I said, this guy had all of the cheats, but I did watch the rest of the video and he was not griefing at all. So that's unfortunate, but we do get to bust him for everything else. We will go ahead and do one more case. Alrighty guys, third and final case of the day, probably, unless it's as quick as the last one was. But we are on overpass, and looks like our suspect is 6 and 4, so not the greatest score, but he is on CT's side. Does come out and get a nice quick kill on the guy connector, and I mean, granted, it's smart to pre-fire that, but it looks like he is actually trying to spray down the people. Like, it looks like his aim is pretty deliberate there, so I'll go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, he does get wrecked from behind, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt for that round, but I do think he might be walling. It also kinda looks like he is like looking at people through the walls, so that is another thing to watch and make sure of. But regardless, it looks like the T's are coming out. Ooh, wow, that was a fast reaction, inhuman reaction, if you will. He is, I mean, granted he heard that guy, but his reaction time is just nuts. So that really makes me think that this guy is walling, and kind of acted a little bit surprised there. But let's be honest here, this case is already very, very suspicious. Like, already 90% sure this guy is walling. Still hanging on to the op, but this time he is watching Fountain from bathrooms, but decides to fall back, probably because he sees that all 5 of them are there and that he's gonna die if he keeps going. And a headshot. Interesting. This guy could very well have a trigger bot because of how fast those reactions were last time. But yeah, I mean, he's just coming out. I mean, he's always aiming at the exact right spot, and gets a really nice shot on that guy, and of course shoots him through the wall, even though he was not visible. I'm already convinced on the walls, guys. I am just going to keep watching because his aim, it's very, very suspicious. I think he could. We're gonna have to wait and see if we... But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see if we see any more kind of aim, but he is getting a lot of nice frags, but only a few of them look like they may have been aim assisted. So we're gonna have to see if we see a pattern anywhere. Let's see if he knows where these 2 people are, and see, he does miss that shot there. And of course he knows that everyone else is pretty far away, so he is just gonna go for the defuse and is able to get it, even though there are 2 terrorists still alive. In the 12th round here, and he is holding bathrooms again, but he does see them coming along, so of course he falls back to truck and aims in at exactly the right time. That one looked like a pretty normal shot, especially when he knew where and when he was coming from. Didn't look like that one was so fast that it was probably a trigger bot. Last guy left, and he's just behind the boxes. Only has a few health, but our suspect can't seem to hit him. There we go. Does get him with the CZ. I remember when the CZ was good, man. That gun was crazy good. Don't really use it these days. In fact, I rarely see anyone use it. I see it picked up more and more on the pro scene. Oh, and gets a nice shot through the smoke. But I see it in the pro scene actually a little bit more, but as far as like in matchmaking, I just don't see it that often. And he gets so focused on the guy short that he forgets to check the other tunnel. Some of these frags look really suspicious, but a lot of the other ones just don't. Like, there's just not enough to call it a clear pattern of him using aim assistance. So I don't know, guys. I still can't say with confidence that this guy is aiming. See, and then there, he barely hit that guy at all. Is waiting for this guy to come down connector, gets a headshot on him, and knows that there are 3 there, and he is in a 1v4. How much do you want to bet he actually wins this? He still wins this because he's going to know where everyone is. Does get the easy headshot because that CT was just diffusing. And gets him, but this guy only has 10 HP, but he is playing super cautious. Yeah, the guy with the more health probably should have been defusing that bomb, because then the other guy could have just been a distraction because he had so little health. But regardless, guys, I am not sure, so I'm just going to have to mark him innocent. But he did have vision assistance, so we are going to get him for that. As for everything else, didn't really see it. So, alright guys, hopefully between now and the next Overwatch video, it won't be so much time, because we really need to be doing Overwatch to get rid of the cheaters. So, expect another one probably next week, but in the meantime, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave me a rating. A like is always appreciated, but if not, as always, that's cool. And this has been Reckless, guys. Take it easy or don't take it at all. Peace.